Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Collecting Cardboard channel. Today is the start. It's going to be probably a 5-part reveal. The start of episode 1 of my 115 card PSA Blind Reveal. Super excited about this video. By far my largest submission to PSA to date. Previous to this one, I had a 50-something card. I had a few 40 and 50 card orders, but this one here that we're going to kick off today is the largest at 115 cards. That being said, I still have a few, couple hundred cards still out on separate orders. Couple of them are in the system, in the pipeline, getting graded right now. A few have been shipped and have been sitting at the PSA offices for over 2 months and still haven't been checked in. And then I have a few smaller submissions. But nevertheless, this video here will be a blind reveal. I do want to put a little asterisk next to that. I did... when the grades popped, I go through a third party, PC Sports Cards, Josh Cohen, who, by the way, is top-notch. Have nothing but great things to say about Josh. Very expeditious as far as getting the cards back to you when they do pop and he receives them from PSA. So, top-notch service. If you're looking to go through a third party for your PSA submissions, I highly recommend Josh over at PC Sports Cards. But I got this order back, saw the grades rather, and didn't associate any of the grades with the card, but as I was generically looking at the grades, I did see one that was low, and I'm going to greatly scrutinize this card when it does come up in the order. It was the lowest graded card in the order. It was a PSA 6, if I'm not mistaken, and ironically or coincidentally, out of the 115 card submission, this was one of the higher valued cards in the order. So to say that I'm bummed to see that it was that card would be an understatement, but to say any card that's a significant value, to get a PSA 6 on an ultra modern is like, wow. So that was a photo variation, the up close of Gavin Lux. Now, when I sent these back in, I think in May, I believe, that card had a raw value of $300, and a PSA 10 comp at the time went, I think, for $1,300 in the sold auctions on eBay. So, yeah, I was excited about that card, and I thought, without a doubt, the lowest would have been a 9, but when I looked at it, I saw 10 all day. But nevertheless, 3 minutes into this, we haven't looked at any of the cards yet, so let's get into it. We're gonna start. We're gonna go chronologically. 1 out of 6 first. Again, totally blind reveal here. Let's see which way the cards are facing. So all right, that is the wrong way. This is the right way. So we will kick it off with a LeBron James optic of some sort here. LeBron James. This is the purple shock. These you can't really see too good here in video. These are notorious, all these variations having print lines, and I can see it right here. Now, my experience and observation with PSA with these print lines is, if you can see them with the naked eye, so to speak, they generally will hit you. But if you only see it when you hit the right light, sometimes they'll tend to give you a pass. I'm guessing a 9 on this, but we shall see, because I do see that line clearly. It is a 9. But I didn't have any experience submitting these previous. I just saw on other people's reveals and on my smaller orders that came back. You might be able to make it out. There's a print line, laser line that goes literally right across the top, right where the Lakers word Lakers start. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. You might see, you might not, but I'm thinking that's what got us there. So now we have R.J. Barrett Hollow. A nicer card. Top to bottom, definitely off. Left to right is pretty good. I'm guessing 9 on this. Top to bottom is 40-60. Left to right is probably 55-45. But, oh wow, we got a 10. Also, PSA, if you have any experience, or if you don't for that matter, they're very lenient. I guess the one aspect of the grading process in general where they tend to be lenient is centering. Obviously it can't be like 80-20 or, 40-60 all the way around, but top to bottom or left to right, if there's a little bit of, deviance from the 50-50 on one or the other. Sometimes if all of the other aspects of the cards are spot on, they'll throw you that bone and give you that 10. So that's nice. PSA 10. I might throw comps up here, values and pricing, raw PSA 9s and PSA 10s. We'll see if time allows. Here's a Cam Reddish Hollow. This one's centering's definitely even better. I'd say 50-50 left to right and 55-45 top to bottom. And that one got a 9, surprisingly. You tell me. You see what I'm seeing here. The top on the RJ is definitely lighter. Can you see that? The RJ top is lighter than the reddish. And left to right, I think the Barrett is maybe like 52-48, not quite 55-45 left to right. But this one's almost spot on, but unless there's something else that I missed on it, which is conceivable. But if given a choice between one or the other, I would definitely take, at this point in time, the RJ Hollow. So, over the Cam Reddish. So let's put these back to the side here. Now we got a Kendrick Nunn purple. They put no name on it, as I'm sure you're probably aware. No name on the Kendrick Nunn card, so it's an uncorrected error across the entire run, and that got a 9. All right, moving on. Here's a Zion purple. Let's hope we can get a 10 on this, and we do. Thank goodness. Not sure what the pop is on the purples with the Zion. I can tell you from my experience, I've submitted a bunch of optic Zions from base to all the variations, and they've been tough on the variations in my experience. So nice card, beautiful card. This will I'll likely be holding on to most of my Zion stuff, especially at the time of the filming of this. We are at November 16th or 17th, so we are just over 1 month away from the 2021 season tipping off, and I can only surmise that the prospects from last year, your Zions and your Morants, perhaps your Reddishes and your Herros and your Whites and all the other secondary rookies will take off tremendously here, just with all the excitement surrounding the tip-off of the 2021 season. And we have the draft tomorrow, today's the 16th, so on the 18th, in 2 days, we have the draft. So here's a blue Velocity Zion. I have one of these also in a previous, actually I think I have two of these in previous orders. One got a 9 if I'm not mistaken, and one got a 10. Hoping for the 10 and getting the 9, yeah. I can see heavy on the right side and heavy on the top. So, as I said previously, if it's one or the other, they tend to be a little bit lenient on you. But now looking at this, scrutinizing this a little more, yeah, the right is probably 55-45, and the top is probably 60-40. So, still, nice card. Happy to have that back. Then we got a Luka My House Hollow. We got a 10 on that. I believe this is also my second Luka Hollow. I'll have to check. Next one, Kobe White Purple. Looking at this before revealing. Left to right looks spot on. Top to bottom, maybe 55-45, 52-48. Back looks good. We're getting a 10. We're getting a 9. Boy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Unless there's, like I said, something I missed that isn't so obvious, under magnification maybe. I thought for sure that would be a 10 here. But also, the majority of these cards will be available for sale. Check out my eBay page. It's I, as in I, like your eyeball, I Collect Cardboard. EYE Collect Cardboard, all one word. You can see all the listings there. I suggest, if you are interested in a card, contact me directly. My email address is in the About page on my YouTube channel. Contact me directly. It'll save me a couple bucks, and of course I'll pass along a savings of a couple bucks to you as well. So if you see a card example listed for $1.50, I might be able to do it for $1.40 off of just straight through PayPal or however you want to do it. So yeah, I Collect Cardboard on eBay is the channel where you'll see the cards that are available, and contact me directly and we'll save a couple bucks each. Okay, here we got Tyler Herro. Here is a hollow Herro. Now see, Herro, if to be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's, I hear everybody basically saying hero, and they indeed very well may be correct, but if I was to look at the name without hearing the pronunciation, I would think it's Tyler Herro, Herro. So maybe in the comments, if you're absolutely positive if the pronunciation is hero, let me know. If not, then I'll continue to call him Herro. So this one's a banger. Left is a little heavy again. Maybe 55-45 top to bottom is bang on. Be nice, Mr. PSA Grader, and give me that 10. Son of a gun. Killing me. 9. Yeah, I'm not sure on this. Again, unless it's a surface issue, an edge, or a corner issue, that certainly should be, within the variance and tolerable enough for them to give me that 10. So, and I've also noticed when you do bigger orders and when you go through a third party, like they call them, personal submissions, like 100 card or more, more often than not, in my observation and experience, PSA tends to throw you a bone, but certainly isn't the case here. With the 2 or 3 questionable cards that could have gone either way. They've gone towards the negative side. They've dropped me, hit me with the 9 instead of the 10. So I'm gonna, especially with Herro, really picking it up at the end of the season and during the playoffs, I'm gonna scrutinize this card once again, and if it's only the centering issue, which is very, very minimal at best, I might consider cracking this out and resubmitting. So we'll see with that one. Disappointed. That's probably disappointment number 1 so far on the reveal. Excuse me while I take a sip of my coffee. There was, like I said, 1 or 2 others that could have gone either way. That I could see, but that one that should have squeaked in as a 10. So here again with the purple shock, I could see. Now I can't see it plainly with the naked eye. If I wiggle it and hit the light, I can see there is a print line right here again, right across the top of the word Grizzlies. I'm guessing it's going to be a 9, and it is a 9. That one, like I said, I could see totally. That Herro, I'm going to actually keep this aside, the Tyler Herro, because that's my disappointment with this episode, if you will, so far. Okay, next card is a Ja Morant Blue Velocity. Left to right, this is probably a 9, I'm guessing. Oh, wow, 10. Geez, I guess I got to keep guessing 9, so they shock me and give me the 10s. Top to bottom, 55-45. Right to left, 52-48. So there is, 2 quote-unquote knocks against the centering there, so I'm surprised I got the 10, but I'm not complaining. Certainly not complaining. So I guess the old saying, you win some, you lose some, could play here, because this could have gone as a 9 and they gave me the 10, and this could have gone as a 10 and they gave me a 9. But to tell you the truth, I wish it was the other way, considering that the hollows retain more value and are more desirable than the blue velocities. Even though the separation margin, if you will, between the players is kind of significant, the price difference would lead towards the hollow here. But it is what it is, as I always say. Next, on to Ja Morant. Just got a plain old regular base Ja Morant optic, and we got the 10 there, so nice. As I mentioned in my one of my previous reveal videos, unless I specifically note, these are all pack pulled by me. I was kind of fortunate in the sense during this 1920 season to I work a lot of night shifts. I'd say 90% of my work is done in the nighttime, so I frees up a lot of time during the day where I can kind of hunt down the stocking of the shelves at Targets and Walmarts, and I did very well last season. I missed the Prism boat because honestly, I was back into cards by August of last year, but I only really started going full force in probably January, late December, early January, so I missed the Prism boat, and obviously that's a little disappointing. I caught the tail end of the Prism stocks, the initial Prism 1920, not the draft, the regular Prism, and in hindsight, to think that I could have really done, literally probably 10 times better than I did as far as, sealed product is concerned, is a little bit upsetting, if you will. But nevertheless, these are all pack pulled, and that's that. So just figured I'd throw that in. Another base Morant, same card, same result with a 10. Nice. Another base Morant. This one is definitely heavy left to right, top to bottom. I'm thinking 9. 9. Totally see that there. Another base Morant. This one looks better. It is a little heavier top to bottom though. 60-40 left to right looks bang on. 9. Okay. Another base Morant, last one. This one looks perfect. Can we end it with a 10 on the Morants? No, we can't. 9. Okay, then we have a base Luka Doncic rookie from Revolution 2018. These grade relatively easily, so we're hoping that that applies here. Let's see, base Revo Luca 10, sweet. Not sure on the value. Like I said, I'll probably throw comp prices here for raw 9s and 10s. Down to the last 2 or 3 cards here, we've got a Tatum 2017 base optic rookie. Same thing, pretty easily gradable to 10, and we got a 9. I could see a little bit on the centering here, left to right, but the way that these stripes are, they're a little bit staggered, so I could visibly see the difference left to right, but the way the stripes are, if you're familiar with these cards, I thought perhaps it would be a 10, and I still think this could have gone either way, but it's a 9. If given the choice over these two, I would definitely rather have the Luca as the 10, even though this is an optic. It's still Luca. It kind of balances out, I guess. Real quick backstory on these. It was funny because in March, I guess just before the craze really kicked in full force with, I guess, everybody with cabin fever and coronavirus and COVID and stuff, and the flood of money into the hobby, if you will. It was between products. I don't remember which products. It might have been between Optic and Mosaic. And there was kind of a lull on the release of products. And I had a couple bucks to spare and I wanted to buy stuff. I said, let me go for like some 17 and 18 stuff. And with the Optic boxes, I got this one website had the blasters. They had listed, I think, 7 blasters, and they were $55 each. He said I only have 5, and whatever the price wound up being, I think it was like would have been close to like $320 or something like that with tax. He said, you know, for the 5. He said, I know you ordered 7. I have the 5. I'll give it to you for example, $300. I said, okay, that's great. I'll take it. So I got those, and then I got, I think I got the Revolution boxes too, and or no, it was the Status. So in these, the very first box that I opened, and I think it was the very first pack, I hit a checkerboard of the Tatum rookie. I couldn't believe it. The most desirable card out of the retail, you know, non-auto out of that year, and I pulled the Tatum checkerboard. PSA 10, it's been a while, and this was in the peak of the season, but PSA 10 sold for $3,000. Now, I did send it in, and it got, or it didn't meet, I sent it in on an express, and they changed all their order formats and everything like that, but I think it might have been like 10 day at the time or whatever, and I had requested a minimum grade of a PSA 10, and they didn't 10 it. And I actually made a video, or I made a sub video, if you will, talking about this particular card in question, the checkerboard. And even some of you subscribers even noted, like, the card was bang on. I mean, it was perfect. So, long story short, I resubmitted it in another order without the PSA 10 minimum grade notation, and we'll see if it gets a 10 that way. If not, then I'll just, you know, chalk it up as a loss, and I'll leave it be. But that was a long story on that card, and the point is, yeah, I spent $300. You know, well, kind of tying in with that $300 that I spent on those 5 blaster boxes. Those are probably like $200 blaster boxes now, so that's $1,000 in boxes in hindsight. But yeah, the first box, and I think the first pack, I hit this in the checkerboard, so that was pretty cool. All right, so now we're down to the last 2 cards in this particular reveal video, and they end on very simple cards. This is from last year's Donruss, the base Donruss. This is the Green Flood Parallel. LeBron James, $5 card. PSA 10, maybe $50. PSA 9, not worth it. It's a 9. That's totally not worth it. That's a loss on that. And the last one, franchise features Green Flood LeBron. And that one gets a 10. So 50-50, I guess, right? You got 1 to 10 and 1 to 9. So I actually think this one's sharper anyway. What about you? I think the franchise features is nicer as the 10. So if I had a choice, which one would you rather have in a 10? I'd say this one. So that's it for this particular reveal video. Let's just do a little summary on 10s to 9s. This was my big disappointment. I'm going to once over this card and see if it's not a crack out candidate. Like I said, if it's just the centering, the top to bottom, because left to right is pretty darn good. I think no worse than 52-48 left to right, and top to bottom. This is, as obviously grading is all subjective and it's opinionated. It's your opinion versus my opinion versus somebody else's, but in the end we're going on PSA's word, and in my opinion, this is unless there's something I'm missing, surface issue, corner or edges, this potentially is a crack out and resub candidate. I got to look at the prices and comps and values, and I might consider it, or I might just, chalk it up as a learning experience. But yeah, I definitely wish that was a 10 there. So 10s to 9s. I think it's probably close to 50% here on this box, but one or the other might have eked it out. 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, and 9. So the 9s edged it out here by, I think, 2 or 3. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 10s and 12. And 12, yeah, so we're only sitting at about 40% there. That's not, I mean, it's a small sample size, but it's definitely not great. But, in the end, some decent money cards here. You got the hollow RJ, the purple LeBron, purple Zion, hollow Luka, blue Velocity Morant, 2 base Morants, Luka rookie, and the least of them, the $50 franchise feature LeBron. But yeah, so let's see the big money ones that we missed here. Obviously, the Tyler Herro. It's a base Morant. It's and the blue Velocity Zion. And the reddish hollow too, which, like I said, that's totally understandable on that. So I mean, it's not, the grades were totally fair, and but just disappointed that my eye wasn't a little bit better, or I wasn't a little bit more strict on submitting those. But like I said, these will be the majority of them will be listed on my eBay account. I collect cardboard. If you do see something there, I suggest you contact me directly through private message or email. My email address is in the About Me page. And if you are a subscriber here, as always, thank you so much for your continued support. We are, as I'm recording this, at 198. We are 2 away from that magic 200. I've talked about it at length in several videos. Once I get to that 200 mark, I am going to have a nice little giveaway. And it's not just going to be one giveaway. Well, it's going to be a giveaway, but there'll be multiple prizes. So several subscribers will come away with some goodies. I do appreciate all of the support and the continued the comments, suggestions. Constructive criticism is always welcomed. Positive comments, of course, are flattering. And yeah, that's about it for right now. Please, as I said, if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. It's youtube.com/C/collecting cardboard. This is my cheap temporary sign that I've been using for about 8 months now. Temporary, cheap, get it? And that's all I got for you. So, stay tuned for reveal video part 2 of this order coming very soon. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, pass this along to all your fellow collectors and PSA enthusiasts and hobby folks. And this is Collecting Cardboard saying ciao for now.